Okay, I'm here to set the record straight today. Yes, sir. About this new Negro. The new Negro appears to be uh, one of those Negroes that basically classify a high value man or a high value woman as those persons who have uh, accumulated from this worldly life some social status, accumulated some wealth, maybe they six figure and above, uh, wage earners. They maybe they obtained a master's degree or better, or they have some influence via social media, like the Kardashians or you know Snoop Dogg or somebody, Kevin Hart, LeBron James, and even the old big guy Shaq. He trying to find some significance in this new concept that the Negroes have of being high valued men and women. As though if you look as though if you meet a brother, say like me, I'm not a high value man. I don't earn six figures according to, you know, the new Negro. Because it's a guy like me, or it's a guy like them, or a girl like them. You're going to come into a situation. I love you. I love you. I think we got some chemistry. Let's get together. Let's get married and raise a family. Okay, like magic that happened in the new Negro world. And the opposite of that new Negro world is the one like me who have knowledge of their Lord and knowledge of the purpose of life. So if since I have knowledge of my Lord and knowledge of the purpose of life, I have knowledge that it's not permissible for me to push up on your daughter, disrespecting the father and the mother or her guardian, trying to circumvent that to get her to marry into a situation that is don't comply with the knowledge of your Lord and the purpose of life. So we'll have these two houses, a Jay-Z or Beyonce house, or what's her name, Oprah Winfrey house, or a Snoop Dogg house, or that's the name, Eminem house. Okay, you got Eminem, the man. He got some knowledge of how to amass material things, right? Ignorant and a rejecter of his Lord and knowledge of his Lord and the purpose of life. Then you have a brother like me, a wife, some kids who have knowledge of his Lord and the purpose of life. knowledge of his Lord and the purpose of life. So now my children is learning who their Lord is and the purpose of life. And I warn them away from any institution that tell them that their Lord is other than whom I have explained and taught them their Lord is. And the purpose of life is. Do not let the Justin Biebers and the Snoop Dogs and the Oprah Winfrey's and the LeBron James of the world, don't let them people distract you away from knowledge of your Lord and the purpose of life. Because if you do, you will be ignorant of life, ignorant of your Lord and the purpose of life. And your success, your self-worth within yourself you will be raised to believe that your self-worth is dependent upon how much you can equal amassing the wealth that your father or your mother amassed or more. Your life will become about simply acquiring material possessions. And anybody that go on a quest and that's his purpose of life is to gather material acquisitions. You can't be satisfied with you ain't but three of you. You don't need but actually a 3-bedroom house. But because your father had that or your mother had that, they put into you that you should preoccupy yourself with getting a 6-bedroom house with only 3 of y'all in it. Because when you do this, rent a mansion, try to buy a mansion or whatever, you chasing behind the worldly life with no purpose other than to foster the image that you are trying to create for the materialistic people. And that's what the new Negro is on. The new Negro is assigning the label a valuable man or a valuable woman to their material acquisition. Why is the new Negro doing that? Well, the new Negro realized that they squandered their youth. When they become 40, especially for a woman, when she becomes 40, 45 years old, and she's at the apex, she then rose to the apex of her career. Her quest for success is accepted by a certain group of people, even though she don't feel it or he don't feel it in himself. Now that they have this nice car, they have this brand new house, the furniture is laid out, everything is immaculate. They have money in the bank. They face plastered all over posters and all over the inner social media. And they got some bragging rights amongst their peers. But those women in particular, some about those women in particular, when they reach 45 years old, they see that they're getting old The makeup is a little bit more harder, to bring it out, and they realize that they have all this, but they don't have a man. There's no man there. And when you look out, when she looks out in the world for a high value man, according to the prosperity teachings of the church in the Negro community, when she looks out, what she sees is men like her, whether they white, whether they black, Asian, what she see to pick, to choose from, or to they already got a family somewhere. These men already got families somewhere that they obligated to. And the ones who is up and coming, which is very few, they know what's in their heart is the same thing in their heart, and that they will use anybody to get to that next level of social status. They will use, okay, you got a car, you got a nice house, okay, you got a swimming pool in the back, gym, jacuzzi on the balcony. All that look good for social media. Let's get the camera out. Click, 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 click. You got the wine, got, we got the party, everything going on. Look what I got. But at the same time, he ain't your money and what you got, and you trying to figure out how you can add his to what you got. And that's your purpose of life. Your purpose of life is no different from Cain's purpose of life. You know Cain, the brother of Abel in the Bible. I don't know if most black people of high value refer to the Bible in that manner, but there was two brothers of Adam and Eve. The one was named Cain, and one was named Abel. And Cain, he was so materialistic that this absence of the purpose of life led him to kill his brother. So what I'm trying to say to you, black people, I ain't got no reason to lie to you. It won't benefit me none at all to lie to you. But it benefit other people to lie to you. Of people who have no reason, there is no benefit at all in telling you the truth for them. Because if I have a family-owned business by the name of Prada, for example, Prada or Smith and Welton's or Tallheimers or DoorDash or any other of these family-owned and operated businesses. When you buy a product from them, you ain't just buying a bag, you buying a label that belongs to a family that serves them no benefit to tell you the truth. To tell you that you are on a quest that leads away from the purpose of life. And that high value men and high value women is not the one who have the most, who see their side, have the most psychological problems. They suffer, they're taking all kind of medication for depression and anxiety. They constantly paranoid and distrustful of another individual taking what they sold their whole youth to acquire. They even neglected having a family or even raising the family that they have to get what they got. And they feel and they are over and they can't even sleep at night with the possibility that someone can acquire this in a manner that they don't even want, even after death. But I'm here to tell you the truth, man. A high value man and a high value woman is the one who has knowledge, 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 knowledge of his Lord and the purpose of life. And he teaches his wife, or his wife becomes acquainted with, and they teach their children to stay upon that way, upon that path of having knowledge, which includes love, hope, and fear of their Lord. Gather those elements in yourself and stay on the map of the purpose of life. If you get on the path of the purpose of life, if you have anxiety, you want to get rid of it, learn who your Lord is and learn the purpose of life. Anxiety, out the door. Depression, out the door. Boredom, out the door. Being a loose bag of emotions, out the door. Because once you find the purpose of life, all of that is balanced out. There is no too much materialism or too much spiritualism. There's a balance. You'll be able to act justly between yourself and your Lord and the people. And actually, that's what you're looking for. What you're looking for is safety and security. Safety and security in your feelings, in your thoughts, and what you do outside yourself. You want safety and security. You should want that for your children. You should not want your children to grow up thinking that what the church is pushing these last 20 years or so about prosperity teaching, prosperity Christianity, is what's happening. Because you got to remember, the church flips. Because they went from hellfire and brimstone to black revolutionary enlightenment teaching to this prosperity teaching. Ain't no telling what the church might rewrite and readdress for the generation after this to pursue. Finding a new purpose for your life. other than that which your Lord has made and your Lord has ordained. So if you ain't got no man who can teach you and prove to you by revelations, way of scripture, that your Lord is one Lord, that the angels are true, that the angels have different responsibilities. You have angels that keep the hell fire. So those people who enter the hellfire who want to come out, they will not be allowed to come out because the angels that guard the hellfire will force them back in. You have angels that guards the heavens from the Shaitan going back and forth, stealing information for the fortune tellers. You got angels that keep record of everything I and you do or say, or even think about doing or saying. They record it, so nothing will be left out of your book. When you reach your Lord on the day of judgment, there is no need to open your mouth to justify, to explain anything on this day. There is no mediator, no intercessor for you this day. You have a book that is presented to you. And if your evil deeds, if your drug dealing and drug use and running down behind the material world, lying, stealing, gathering all that you can gather from this life, that alternative life, that life that is opposite of the purpose of life. If your deeds is like this, if this angel recorded your evil, backbiting, slandering, thieving, scheming, homosexuality, befriending or accepting homosexuality, drug dealers and the likes. And your good deeds is like this. But in there, you're missing an important element. Belief in your Lord alone. And belief in the punishment of the hellfire. And the reward of the paradise is missing from that little bit of what you did. Try to set up a foundation that would be a continuous charity for you in the grave. And on the day of judgment, you can say, well, I did enjoy myself, but I had a foundation that fed people. But you left out these elements of belief in your Lord alone. And you denied the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. So it's on you. You can decide what is a high value man. A high value man, gold all up, which a person with knowledge of his Lord and understand the purpose of life, you ain't gonna find him wearing the ornaments of women. See, necklaces, whether they pearls or gold chains, are specifically known to be the external wear for the beautification of women. You won't find men wearing them. Bracelets. This is something known to be for women, not men. Men don't wear this. Ankle bracelets. Those are ornaments known for women. Getting your hair plaited all up and braided all up so that I can see you look cute. These characteristics of women. And whoever taught you or encouraged you or followed Mr. T example in this, Nino Brown example in this type of activities, and told you and inspired you to think being feminized was included in the purpose of your life as a man? Nah. What you should do is go get that gold and get those diamonds pulled out and get those rings melted down and fix something up for your woman, the wife, the mother, your children can look better for you when you come home, decked all up in gold, well dressed, looking good for you in the house. And when she come outside her house, she looking like me, plain Jane. Ain't drawing no attention, ain't trying to attract no attention. Because she know that goes against the purpose of life. She got somebody that provides her everything she need to entertain a man. Nice housing, spacious housing, nice riding machine, kids, clothing, jewelry, food. She got safety and security. That's what she want. She don't want no gigolo out there in the street. And you got on all that for you trying to do what? Attract women for what? One night stands? So you can come home and burn her, take her life, take her away from her children early in life because you outside your element. Sisters, brothers, I'm going to leave you with this. Out of all the commodities in the world, the best of them is a righteous woman. A woman is married for 4 things: her beauty, her wealth, her social status, and her religion. Choose the one with religion. Choose the one with religion. That is religious disciplines, ones that pulls on brakes in her interaction with other men, ones that pull on brakes in her interactions with her neighbors, non-believers, ones that teach her children to pull on brakes in the affairs of peer pressure. Religion is a discipline. And if you cannot appreciate a disciplined woman, you go on down there to the strip club. Get you one of them girls off the pole.